Every day I'd walk in the center of Istanbul and there was no people. And the few locals that you would meeting was in a state of shock. We have never had an earthquake that have affected such a large geographical area.
Identify other areas that are in need of attention.
And the authorities took a long while before they had an overview of what was the impact and where was the affected areas. I basically packed from what I had in the office and then stuffed it into a bag and traveled to Istanbul. So it was the first time I was leading such a big operation. We had more than 50 teams arriving. We started helping the Turks dispatching the teams. After 2 days we decided to go around by helicopters and landed to meet with the search and rescue teams that were there and the medical teams. And it turned out that none of them were in the place we had sent them to, because it took so long to drive. So they've been stopped by locals and been tasked to search on buildings in villages, etc. So we had a big challenge in reorganizing the response operation and getting the priorities right. This was a time where we didn't have any mobile connections. We had no communication with the area. So we established one major center in Istanbul and then 6 sub-centers in the 6 cities that was affected.
Well, I doubt they have...
As a concrete outcome of the earthquake in Turkey in '99, we developed a virtual OSOC, on-site coordination center, which is a platform for information exchange, where we could communicate with urban search and rescue teams globally, if they were planning to deploy, and what were they deploying with. And we could also stop deployments. So very often we get clarity of the impact of the earthquake. We realize we don't need so many search and rescue teams.
Well, that's one of our briefs, to find out who's doing what where.
20 years ago, the emergency services would work in isolation and just deal with the emergency. Now, as a commander, you need to deal with the journalists, you need to deal with the communities affected, and you need to deal with the many other organizations that are operating there. But you can't command them, you can only influence them. And that, I think, is a big difference from 20 years ago, where it was much more linear.